Did you make a move? I bet you did. I bet you did. You think you're slick, think you're cool, but you're a fool. You better listen to me. Listen to me. I have a feeling you don't wanna know what she'll do to you. Oh, she's always right. You think you got away with it. You think you got away with it. You think you got away with it. You think you got away with it.
Hey everybody, welcome in, welcome in. My name is True Crime with Eve, if you didn't know. And for those that do know, welcome back. Good to see ya. Today is November 18th, 2025. And a lot has been going on lately since my last live. And it's interesting because I like to watch what everyone else is talking about when I can. I do have a life and things and trying to catch up. Trying to get the facts straight before I go live and say what I need to say. And boy, have I been doing a lot. Been very busy. But thank you for being here. Where do I begin, guys? Where do I begin? We all know Stacey Wondra has been officially extradited to Payette, had a hearing. He had an arraignment, which was oddly scheduled for 1:30 yesterday, but then got quickly moved to 9 a.m. on a dime. So we'll get into all of that stuff very shortly. Let me say hello to everyone before I begin. Cat's Gallery, thank you for being here. Hi, Lori Texgal. Good to see you. You have been here for quite a while since this all began, so glad you're here with me. My usuals. Miss Rubug, welcome in. Lovely mods. The truth will set you free. 5 on it. This is my lovely mod that cannot keep a name for more than a week. And I love it. I love it. I get it. Best intro on the tube. Thank you. I worked my butt off for that one. Yes, smash that thumbs up on the way in, you two lurkers. I'm pretty sure there's more than just 2, right? But hey, a view is a view. A like is a like. Sunflower Soul, hello, hello. In Clover Bliss, hi. Welcome in, new faces or new usernames. And glad you're here. If you're watching the replay, welcome in. Welcome in. Hit that like button if you like what you see. And if you don't, that's okay too. Just let me know how you feel in the comments respectfully. Respectfully. Thank you. So I've had a little bit of criticism lately, which is good criticism. Which is it's hard to follow sometimes some of my coverage because, first of all, it's not dramatic. It's not mind-blowing stuff when it comes to getting your attention sometimes. Most of my audience is just trying to figure out what the hell is going on in this crazy case. especially since I'm pretty much the only one covering the true side of the other side, meaning 99.5% of people out there that have been fed things intentionally from YouTubers and the news. There's a narrative. Well, I'm not about the narrative. I'm about bringing the truth to light. However that makes me look to some people, I do not care. Nor do I have the time to care. The truth is the truth is the truth. And I guess everyone's perception on that right now, even without, the presumption of innocence, doesn't matter to some. It matters a lot to me. It matters a lot. It should matter a lot to you if you find yourself in the horrible predicament of being in a situation where you could be hemmed up by the law, hemmed up by what you say, especially if you have cognitive shortcomings. I mean, you could really get into some trouble there. So what I'm trying to say is that it doesn't matter what anybody feels about what should happen, or if their opinion or opinion of facts are right or not. I'm just here to show the truth, and wherever that goes to, I'm with it for Michael Vaughan. And I feel like me and a few others, and I'm talking like one, are still trying to get there. Everyone else is going full, steam ahead against anyone who bucks the system that this case is one way and one way only. Even if people are arrested, innocence. You're presumed innocent until proven guilty. And the things that have been portrayed out there, it's textbook trial by media. It's intentional. I've been watching it happen and form and blossom for years. I think most of us have that understand that there's more to this case than what meets the eye. I would say this is probably the most bias driven case I've seen in a very, very long time. Now, a lot of people think I'm crazy. I just simply want to buck the system because I had a theory that I'm wrong and I can't come to terms with it. Nothing could be further from the truth. Nothing could be further. I am a grown woman with children who teach them that it's okay to be wrong. Right? But also stand in your convictions as well. Don't let anybody try to gaslight you into thinking that you're crazy when you are looking at things literally in front of you that say what they're saying is not true. So, again, I get criticism for being hard to follow. And I think that it's, yes, one, I'm an ADHD mad woman sometimes going off tangents because I just know too much, and I'm trying to find that make sense of the chaos as I'm going sometimes. And I understand that, and I'm going to work better at that, especially now that we have something solid such as a trial, or at least, a court hearing where we can follow a linear path. This case has been nothing but a madhouse all the time. You don't know who is telling the truth or not on both sides. You have people being attacked. It's been a nightmare. It really has. So my apologies for being a little all over the place and hard to follow. I will do my very best going forward to try to stay on a path that everyone can follow who doesn't know everything, or they have been fed this dramatic, crazy drama series recently and from years ago. So just clear your mind and the rest will follow, as that one 90s band says. Ace of Base, there it is. So anyway, I'm already failing. Let me get back on track. I want to talk about what we know is happening now. Not what I've seen, not what I know is a fact and I can show you. Let's just go simple dimple with the court documents. The only person officially served a warrant and has been arraigned and officially charged by a judge is Stacey Wondra. That's it. We are assuming, because of the probable cause affidavit of Sarah Wondra, that she will be potentially arraigned in the near future. I don't know. The other two suspects, Brandon Shurtleff and Adrian Lucian, we don't know when that's going to happen or if it's going to happen. We just have to go by what is happening. When you start to listen to people, some creators, and this is just my opinion, you can get so muffled and so hyped up by the drama and the lies that you think that they're telling you the truth on. You know, like who's banging who in this whole horrible scenario that doesn't matter, has no bearing on anything in this case. It's despicable. And then by the time you get to boring old Eve, you're like, that just can't be. I'm not following because I heard this, that, and the other. And that's exactly what they want. They've been told this, directed by it. And they feel like because it's so close, the people are so close to Michael Vaughan, like super close, that it has to be legit what they're being told. That they take it for face value. And that's been the whole problem, the entire case. Okay? So when you're here, all I ask is you clear your mind, and I will try my very best to guide you with what we know and what I know and compare the apples to oranges. That's it. So I will work on that very hard going forward. Let me check in with chat before we start. I'm going to try to stay off of chat as much as I can. Thank you, and Clever Bliss. I'm glad you're feeling me. So many possible scenarios in this case. Right. I've already got a few things that I want to show you that can pretty much debunk 2 out of many, but officially 2 things in the probable cause affidavit that make the affiant of, or the creator of the probable cause look a little foolish. I can't deny that. I'm just going to be straight with you. And that would be Sarah Wondra more than anyone. Sarah Wondra, as most know, has a lot of mental issues, especially before, during, and after Michael's disappearance. And how it is spun and portrayed in a way that a judge would see, which would be presented to a judge to sign off on, right? You would think, oh Lord, yeah, she's off a rocker. She totally could be, somebody that could do something if she's that crazy. That's the whole point of a probable cause, which is the lowest standard to get a indictment or a charge on someone, to get a warrant for their arrest. And you don't want to mess with the facts in a probable cause, though. There's a certain point where, when there's so many issues, when there's blatant lies, blatant total lies, that you will probably hear about in the near future, I would hope. I'm betting money on it. That you would want to, you wouldn't want to mess with the facts of the probable cause and spin it too much. And I'm afraid of what that might do if or when the defense catches on. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm just a person in Texas who maybe has a little bit of experience with corruption and a little bit of experience with a murdered loved one who will never get justice because the good old boys covered for her murderer, her grandmother's murderer. Okay. Maybe I just have a little bit of personal knowledge on that whole front. and I see it from a mile away. All right? So I would be very shocked in the status hearing coming up on December 15th at 9 a.m. for Stacey Wondra on the murder charge, the kidnapping charge, and the destruction or concealment of evidence, and then a persistent violator on top of all of that, as if they really need it. I would be very shocked if that does not come out either on that date or the next day, which is preliminary hearing. All right? I would be shocked. We shall see. So the first thing that I want to go over is the documents of Stacey Wondra. How did we get here? How did we get here? Well, I'll show you. Let's go through the documents, the court documents of Stacey Wondra. Right? Here are the criminal. This is the criminal complaint. Again, here are the charges: murder in the first degree, kidnapping in the second degree, felony. Count 3, Part 1, destruction and or alteration and or concealment of evidence, which is a felony. And then because all of these are felonies, and Stacey has many other felonies prior to this, he is a persistent violator, which I believe you get an extra how many every years that the judge decides to put on you. So really just to stick it in here, they put that on there. And I think it's kind of a mandatory thing, I think. But we shall see. I'll check on that. So let's just read it. So the state of Idaho personally appeared before me on this 11th day of June. A lot of people don't realize that this whole thing started in the courts on June 11th, 2025. Nobody was none the wiser, meaning the suspects, specifically Stacey Wondra, who was being ping-ponged around different prisons, because that's how it works when you get locked up in Idaho and you have a sentence that you're about to finish. You just get sent everywhere. And so just remember that date. This went back to June 11th, 2025. So it says count 1, the defendant Stacey James Wondra, on or about the 27th day of July 2021 in Payette County, state of Idaho, did willfully, unlawfully, deliberately, with premeditation, and with malice aforethought, unalive Michael Vaughan, a human being, and or did willfully, unlawfully, and deliberately kill and murder Michael Vaughan, a human being, in the perpetration of or in the attempted perpetration of a kidnapping. And we all know, I'm sure if we've heard the news, that their reasoning in the probable cause affidavit is because Adrian Lucien said, let's do this, let's kidnap a child and sell him, Michael Vaughan, and we all get $10,000 a piece, because that's, absolutely not the most statistical chance where trafficking happens is a kidnapping. First of all, you want the child to be alive, or the $10,000 means nothing. And I'm just being straight shooter. I'm not going to get into the emotions of this. That's done on other channels. Go there. We're not doing the emotions. We're not doing the show. We're doing the facts and just being straight. First of all, you would want this child alive. It does not say what really went wrong, except for the assumption that Sarah freaked out and got angry. And I guess Stacey is alleging that she may have choked him, but he wasn't alive. They don't know how he died. It is just a bizarro admission that makes no sense, and it does not follow a linear path like your girl Eve most days. So I don't know how they're going to come to this conclusion. But whatever. Let's move on. Count 2, part 1, that the defendant did willfully and without lawful authority seize or confine or lead or take away or entice Michael Vaughan, even though he was not on footage. He was not seen on camera. Only his streets, the neighbors on his street saw him. And one neighbor saw him, Stacey Wondra's neighbor, either coming in or out of the neighborhood just a block away from where they live, meaning Stacey and Sarah, and where Brandon and Adrian were staying. The direct neighbor to the left of them is the only one that saw Michael on a tricycle a block away. Okay. Interesting. Count 3 is the destruction of evidence or concealment. So they are alleging that Stacey did willfully destroy and or alter and or conceal a thing, to wit, a body and or DNA evidence, knowing that the thing or things were about to be produced, used or discovered as evidence in a felony investigation or an inquiry authorized by law, and with the intent to prevent such evidence from being so produced, used, or discovered. And as I've gone over in my previous lives, that the only thing that was referenced on how they came to that conclusion is that Sarah was out of jail at the time before the excavation and could have got rid of evidence, meaning moving Michael. Could have. Do we know? Do they have evidence to suggest it? Maybe, maybe not. You would think that they would put at least one little bitty drop of hint that there was, I don't know, proof of that. I don't know what they're going to present. We'll see. We'll see. And then it goes over his, Stacey's past felony behavior and charges that he was convicted on. And that is the persistent violator charge. And that includes issuing a check with insufficient funds. My God. I'm pretty sure a lot of people have done that. And false statement during firearms transaction in 2019. Okay. And we don't really have to go into that because that has really nothing to do with Michael Vaughan. I just want you to know that those persistent violator charges are added on top of this. As if he is found guilty, it will matter. But you never know. You never know. He might just get a whole new ass charge called tampering with or interfering with an investigation, and then boom, there's your persistent violator charge because it's still going to apply if it's a felony. So there's one. There are many court documents, but it will be pretty quick because we've already gone through the probable cause affidavit. But here is without the True Crime with Eve watermarks because it's already open and we don't need it anymore. But boy, did that make those people mad that I got it first. Woo! They were angry. Gosh, they were so angry. Calm down. It's not a competition, weirdos. It's a child's case we're talking about. All right, so here is, making it very, very clear. I want everyone to know this name so well. Detective Juanita, or Anita, if you're really close. Keller. Now, I used to call her Kelleher. I have been corrected. And then I was told the other day it's Kelleher. So I looked it up. How do you say this damn name? And it actually just depends. So I went to Google. And I think 2 people were wrong.
Kelleher.
Kelleher. That's how you're supposed to say it.
Kelleher.
You hear that?
Kelleher. Kelleher. Kelleher.
Got it, everybody? Kelleher. I was wrong the whole time. People were telling me the wrong things the whole time. I've never heard Kelleher. So that's how you say it. My apologies, Juanita. And that's it. I have to really try hard to remember that because I will fail. Yes, please be respectful. Please, thank you. Z said, why remove your watermark? Idiot. Well, that's not nice, Z. Calm down. Impeding, interfering with an investigation, anyone? Helping a suspect create defenses? Is that what you think? Oh, okay. I have to write that one down. That's a new one. Do you think I'm going to get charged, Z? Am I going to get a charge? Is that what they're saying to you? Because it's not going to happen. Reasonable doubt. We see everything. Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure you do. I'm sure that there's people that have eyes on things they should never have. Uh-huh. We know. We know very well, too. You'd be amazed at what I know. But say idiot one more time. Just wait. Okay. I see. Just wait as well. The flying monkeys of that whole little section over there is really going to have a rude awakening. I can promise you. Fuck off, C. Goodbye now. Have a wonderful day. Gosh, you would think that they would have more respect for a child's case, a missing child, alleged murdered child's case. They don't. They have no shame. Thugs is what I call them. All right. So the first thing on this probable cause that I want to go over quickly is Sarah Wondra. A lot of this is, in my opinion, pinning two mentally, what's the word? I wouldn't say challenged because that's kind of making them sound like something they're not, but they do have behavioral and psychological issues. Especially Sarah Wondra being diagnosed with what she has. And you have two people who have these deficiencies. One of them is absolutely disabled on paper, mentally, or at least was for a very long time in their lives. And you have those two people going after each other through an investigative tactic, an interrogation tactic to say, hey, she's saying this about you. Remember, police can lie to you and will. They have. They will do it again and again. They will lie to the public during an active investigation to mislead, to misdirect, to do whatever they have to do or they feel like they have to do to catch the bad guys. Even if their idea of a bad guy or guys is completely wrong. Doesn't matter. They have that authority. They will do it. It will always be that way. Some law enforcement agencies have a little bit more dignity and more transparency than others. But for the most part, they do what they have to do. Missing children's cases are one of the hardest cases to solve for many reasons. So just know that. Just know that. It's a fact. Ask any lawyer. Ask any ex-law enforcement officer. They'll tell you the same thing. It's not new information. So this right here is what I want to focus on right now. I feel like this has been taken a little bit out of context. A lot out of context. So Sarah Wondra's social media posts on TikTok and Facebook also changed drastically to religion and asking for forgiveness of her sins. Prior to Michael's abduction, Sarah had posted only approximately 11 videos on TikTok over 3 years. Are you sure? Are you positive? Okay. Well, that's not true. I can tell you that. And I will show you what I mean. There were multiple TikTok accounts. One of them is now gone for some reason. And I don't know who did that. I mean, law enforcement can lock it down, or one of the suspects or whomever can delete it. But I can tell you there were multiple accounts that Sarah posted from. So I'm not sure what they're saying. And I'll show you which ones I'm talking about. There was one called Sarah God's Girl 2114. It is not there, I don't believe, anymore for some reason. But let me search for it. We're going to look. We're going to go through Sarah God's Girl 2114 TikTok account. We're going to go to Sarah Ann Wondra. We're going to go find, or try to find, Sarah Ann Ramsey's, and then Stacey Sarah W. And then there was one more that I'm going to try really hard to find. Okay. So I'm not sure what she's saying. The affiant Detective Kelleher. Did I say it right?
Kelleher.
Kelleher. Bam. Got it. It just blows my mind that that's a blatant lie. And you would know. Like, wouldn't you want to know every single piece of social media? And I would think that law enforcement would have that ability to do so, to look, right? So let's just go to old school Google and be like, Sarah Wondra TikTok, Sarah God's Girl. There it is. Here we go. It's a kitty cat. 2022. I think that's just like the latest and greatest at the time. There's her doing her thing. She likes to crochet. So let's go to the oldest. Huh? Don't you do that? Uh-huh. Oh, no. Let's see when the last time she reposted. Or is that mine? Nope, that's hers. Let's go to the end. Lots of religious undertones. Yes, yes. We know that Sarah is definitely evangelical in her thinking, meaning very by the book, takes it very literally. And someone with her mentals would do that. And how she was raised, she would. That is just kind of the religion that she had grown up on. Okay. So let's see. She's been reposting a lot of stuff. 2022. She was on quite a bit. Now that's very interesting that it won't let me go to the oldest. So the latest, let's just do this. Latest was...
I just want to tell everybody and encourage everyone that...
this was the last one on this account, this 2022, October 25th. Now, do realize that on October 12th, 2022, Miss Sarah was contacted by police to talk about, I'm assuming, Michael Vaughan's case. Who did that? I'm not sure. Who did that? I am not sure. But I'm pretty sure, from my understanding, that there was a do not contact me. It's called a assertion of Fifth and Sixth Amendment rights. Very important assertion. When you assert that you do not want anyone talking to you from a law enforcement agency, regarding any investigation whatsoever. You're basically saying, hey, I'm just wanting to make an assertion on the record. I don't want anybody coming to me without my lawyer present, no matter what it is. Now, does that mean it's enforceable? Not necessarily. But if a lawyer tells an agency specifically, do not talk to them, and you violate it as a detective, that's not good. That causes suppression issues. It causes the ability to suppress evidence in a case. And if you don't want that to happen, then you follow the rules. And if you don't follow the rules, again, you could jeopardize evidence being injured. Especially if you get an outside agency or a cold case foundation of sorts that might assist in that debauchery. That would suck. That would be a really, really painful thing to witness for Michael's justice. If they had to suppress evidence that was crucial to getting justice for him, right? And maybe leaked footage had to come out that way, because that was a strong possibility. So go ahead and get ahead of the game and leak footage and not take accountability for it, right? Cam said the importance in discussing this case is Michael, poor baby, right? We do not mute people in the channel like they do on all the other ones. That's a fact. My God. That's true. However, if you get too squirrely and disrespectful, we will just boot you forever. It's fine. They can have their side. It's not creating a defense if it's facts, right? I should not assist a soul in creating a defense. Even if I tried, quote unquote tried, which I have not. And so what? Everyone has the right to defend themselves. Idiot. Right? You have a right to defend yourself and face your accusers, even if you feel like they are not worth the constitutional rights that they are born with. And that's how you get a case thrown out, is violating constitutional rights. That's how you do it quick. Guess who's back is calling Eve a piece of shit disrespectful? No, it doesn't offend me, actually. Thought we were speaking fact. That's a fact. Oh, are you going to talk about jeopardizing a case? I would love to know. We'll take a break and give user Timothy Z some well-earned attention, because she's back. He or she is back. You tell me what I did, since you're accusing me in the public. What have I done? With receipts. And how did you learn about it? Not only how did you learn about it, but have you reported it? Have you made sure that it went to the right people? I will wait for that phone call. If you haven't, go ahead and do that. Get it to the right people. I will be waiting for the phone call. Timothy C. I'll be waiting. Imagine putting all of your time in hating people and drama instead of helping with Michael. Yeah, it looks really bad. I think someone be scared. I would be. All right. So Sarah God's Girl 2144. Juanita. Let's get her name right. Ready? Juanita.
Kelleher.
Detective Juanita.
Kelleher.
Said that she only had a few videos here and there before Michael went missing, and then boom, 300 plus. I don't think she took into account the other accounts. Okay. So this was just, a week and a half after she spoke to police. I'm not sure if she initiated it or they did, meaning law enforcement. But that would be very interesting to know who initiated it, because there might be an issue. Okay? A big issue. And you would give me grief, TikTok. You would give me grief. So we're going to have to do this old school and just hit the end button until we get to the last video. I will say she does post a lot. I won't deny that. Detective, I will not deny that. And we wait for TikTok. Any moment now, any moment. She must be a psychopath to talk about religion and have the audacity to get out of bed and show her face to the world being accused of this heinous crime. Right? I mean, who are you? That's what they say anyway. How could she? How could she do it? Even though she's diagnosed schizophrenic as of the courts on April 2023, we still exploit mentally ill people on this platform, don't we? We sure do. And I'm thinking Idaho might do that in the courts as well. That's what I've heard anyway. That's what I've heard. So a lot of courts, what they'll do is they'll get the Americans with Disabilities Act involved when there's violations being accused. And they'll get their act together really quickly before a tort claim happens. And I'm wondering if that has happened in any of your counties in Idaho if you live in one. Right? Hey, twin thing, good to see you. Oh man, she is just a poster, isn't she? My finger is tired of hitting this end button. Did she? I mean, this is just one TikTok account. The other one had a lot more than this one. Man, I am tired. Let's see where we're at. My goodness. What video is this? And since Detective
Kelleher,
wasn't really giving us an exact TikTok account, because she's got many of them. Oh, I forgot. Wondra's Lube was the other one. There's your fifth. Which one are you speaking on? There were multiple. This is just one, guys. This is just the one. I think I've made my point, though. I think I've made my point. There were multiples. Let's just give it one more try. That it's going to go to the oldest one. Come on, you can do it. Oh, thank you.
This cat is obsessed. This is Angel. Look at her.
So, she just got out of jail. She just got out of the pokey on pretrial release for her federal gun charge. Just about this time. And she starts posting. All right? And you could definitely tell that she is done with Stacey Wondra. She's heard some awful things. Detectives were grilling her about this man. And she's pissed what she's heard. She's probably have been told, he's cheating on you left and right. He's been all of these awful things allegedly trying to convince Sarah he is a horrible, alleged kidnapper, murderer. You need to write a letter stating what you think and how you think he could do something like this. Meanwhile, letters are being written on the other side too. Okay. She looks like a scorned woman ready to get back out there and find a man who gives a damn. That's what it looks like to me. If you only knew, Timothy says, what sense is being made. Maybe you should help Eve find the TikTok she's looking for. Well, we're raw dogging it right now. Timothy, I would like to know what I did, what law I broke. Could you please tell me? LaWanda might know. Let's get LaWanda on the line. Maybe she can tell me exactly what happened. Maybe she can also tell me where I got kicked out or prevented from trial. Because I haven't got that notification either.
A cricket in here. And she's going
What a
nuts,
cutie.
chasing it.
Baby, I need you to stop what you're doing right now and go to the filter section and put this filter.
Looks like she's just needing a new love in her life. It's definitely, if you check this out, she got a man at the house. Having a good time. I mean, still, what a villain, right? Everything that has been fed down your throats about this woman, does it really look like it? I mean, she still could be. Don't get me wrong. I don't know everything, but I don't see it. I see somebody that has mental health struggles. I don't shame those people. We get to try to figure out what's going on here, the reality of the situation. Oh, look.
We're changing the oil on my 2016 Toyota Corolla. We've already drained the oil. My neighbor's helping.
Where are all these boxes?
And there's the new oil, and I'm gonna put.
Where's all the boxes that they had in their garage during the search? I don't see any. What happened? Maybe those boxes were there because they were searching for evidence and they made a mess.
We're changing.
Looks pretty
the
clean to
oil
me.
On my 2016 Toyota Corolla.
Looks legit.
We've already drained the oil. My neighbor's helping me.
Neighbor's helping. Oh. So the neighbor does know these people pretty well. More than they said. You know, the Dorothy Starkey one that's in the probable cause, they seem to be very well acquaintances in this story. But they really tried to distance themselves, right, with JLR. So, yeah. So, why would someone who is trying to skirt the law, making all of these videos, if they feel they were guilty, right? Right? I don't get it. So what about the other ones? Well, this one was deleted at one point. I'm pretty sure it's still the same way. Yep, it's gone. Don't know why. I don't understand it. But it's gone. But there was loads of videos. Loads of them. Where did they go? Why is it deleted? Who did it? Where did it go? You had Wondra's Lube, LLC. Where did that one go? Where did they go? That they shared that account. Did Sarah not get credit for that on the PCA? Why not? Why didn't, but that was hers too. Am I not being linear enough? What I'm trying to say is that there were plenty of TikToks with plenty of videos. So prior to 2021, that are not here anymore, did they not know about it? Do we need to tip this in? What's going on? Huh? Very interesting. Where did they go? I'm sure they will show up eventually. So that kind of bothered me a little bit, that nobody knows what to do, what's fact or fiction on this side of the fence. So what else? Sarah made testimony statements regarding her involvement in criminal behaviors and stated that she had broken all 10 of the commandments. Lord, y'all, we have to go into the 10 commandments. What are the 10 commandments? For those who are unaware, you shall not bear false witness, not commit adultery, not murder, not steal, honor your father and mother. I am your Lord God. Keep the Sabbath day holy. Thou shalt not covet. If you don't know what that means, this means that people should not want things that don't belong to you. So there you go. You should make no idols. I think that's it. I think I covered it. Okay. So murder is one of them. So let's look at the probable cause affidavit really fast. Again. It should be noted that thou shalt not kill is one of the 10 commandments. Thank you, Detective Juanita.
Kelleher.
I appreciate you. It should be noted, again, thou shalt not kill is one of the 10 commandments. Sarah also alleged in her videos that it did not matter what sin she had committed because God had forgiven her for all of them. Yeah, that's pretty much the teachings, ma'am. That's what they teach. Michael's missing person flyer can be seen on her refrigerator in the background in some of her videos. Okay. I don't know how that tied into this. That's a wild stretch and a half, you know what I mean? To me. So let's look at the video that they're talking about, that Juanita is a Detective Kelleher is talking about. One moment while I pull that up for you. It's bothering me because it's a lie. I mean, I would go ahead and say it's a lie, what she is inferencing here, or it's very deceptive. Very deceptive. And people really are buying into this stuff. And it shouldn't be that way. Proof is proof is proof. Okay? I mean, like, I don't have to mince anything.
An update in the case of the disappearance of Michael Vaughan, with suspect Stacey Wondra now in Payette County Jail custody. We requested the probable cause affidavit, laying out some of the disturbing details that police say motivated their arrest. I'm your neighborhood reporter Brady Caskey, breaking down some of the key details in those documents. In startling new details, the PCA says Stacey Wondra asked police for a, quote, deal, and then admitted to them that Michael was at his house the night the young boy went missing. According to those documents, Stacey told Fruitland Police that his wife, Sarah, duct-taped Michael's mouth and put him in a duffel bag with the help of Adrian Lucien, a man who was previously named as a suspect in Michael's disappearance. In that same interview, police say Stacey admitted the group intended to take a child and sell them for money. According to Stacey, the plan to sell a child was Lucien's idea, and they'd each get a $10,000 cut. Police say Stacey vomited as he told them the details. Stacey also admitted the group drove Michael to Cuna, where the mother of a once-named fourth suspect, Brandon Shirtliff, lived. Police say that according to Stacey, Shirtliff brought the duffel bag inside the Cuna home and hid Michael in a spare room. After that interview, police say Stacey called his mother. When she asked about Michael, Stacey responded, quote, Sarah accidentally killed him, going on to say that he suffocated in the duffel bag. Police say he then wrote an apology letter to Michael's parents. All four people were named as suspects in Michael Vaughan's disappearance in 2022. Police say Shirtliff and Lucien lived at the Wondra's home at the time Michael went missing. Meanwhile, Sarah Wondra was charged with failure to report a death in 2022. But when an extensive search turned up no evidence, she was later released. And while Sarah Wondra has not been charged by police, she is mentioned extensively in the probable cause affidavit. Authorities note that her social media posts dramatically increased once Michael went missing. After posting just 11 videos in 3 years of having TikTok, police say Wondra then posted more than 300 videos in just 3 months, with heavily religious tone and asking for forgiveness for her sins. This video shows Wondra talking with Michael Vaughan's missing poster on the refrigerator behind.
Oh no. Oh no, she's got the poster that was made on the 30th and given out to people on the 31st to go and give to the community that Brandy Vaughan dropped off herself many times. The mother. And we're surprised that a tracking live scent dog followed that Michael's scent specifically to the front door. Okay. Issue number 1, by the way. But God forbid she has this on her refrigerator. You want to know what happened just a week and a half prior to this? The Delphi case broke through, and Richard Allen was arrested for the murders of Abby and Libby. And guess what he had on his, behind him in a photo in his house? The sketches of the bridge guy, alleged bridge guy. It was hyperbolic nonsense. And by the way, free Richard Allen.
Her. And in another video, Sarah says she's broken all 10 commandments.
I pretty much.
Okay, remember, we just went over Detective Killer's probable cause affidavit, the section that says, remember, 10 commandments involve thou shalt not kill, and she admitted to breaking all of them. This is what she said. This is the video that Juanita, Detective Keller, is referencing. Listen up.
In another video, Sarah says she's broken all 10 commandments.
I pretty much broke every 10 commandment besides physical murder. You know. But Jesus said in Matthew, if you hate your brother or you hate someone in your heart, you've murdered them. So, I mean, technically by what Jesus said, yeah, I guess I've committed all of them.
Video, Sarah says she's broken all 10 commandments.
I pretty much broke every 10 commandment besides physical murder. I pretty much broke every 10 commandment besides physical murder. I pretty much broke every 10 commandment besides physical murder. I pretty much broke every 10 commandment besides physical murder. I pretty much broke every 10 commandment besides physical murder. You know. But Jesus said in Matthew, if you hate your brother or you hate someone in your heart, you've murdered them. 10 commandment besides physical murder. Commandment besides physical murder. Physical murder. You know. But Jesus said in Matthew.
Do I need to repeat that any more, Timothy Z? Oh, it's totally LaWanda. It's totally Timothy LaWanda Westbrook. Okay. Yeah. She's obsessed with Mr. Eve. It's kind of weird. I think she's mad because she doesn't want me to like Mr. Birdsong. And I could never. Could never. We've already been down that road, haven't we, Miss Westbrook? We can go through it again if you want. The whack job. I'm sorry. I'm trying so hard to be professional and linear. They come in here and derail me on purpose. LaWanda cannot hear, so let's do that again.
Video, Sarah says she's broken all 10 commandments.
I pretty much broke every 10 commandment besides physical murder.
And in another video, she's broken all 10 commandments.
I pretty much broke every 10 commandment besides physical murder. Pretty much broke every 10 commandment besides physical murder. Pretty much broke every 10 commandment besides physical murder. You know. But Jesus said in Matthew, if you hate your brother or you hate someone in your heart, you've murdered them. So, I mean, technically by what Jesus said, yeah, I guess I've committed all of them.
Technically, because Jesus said, if it's in your heart, you might as well. She's taking it so damn literally, it's not funny, which is an evangelical thing to do. Believe me, I'm in the Bible Belt of Texas. Take my word for it. They really mean it. They take it literally, okay? Especially these cat-eyed Southern Baptist. Boy, I tell you, they're mean. Mean as hell. She took it literally. Literally.
Murder. You know,
One more
broke every
time.
10 commandment besides physical murder.
She's not mincing words here. Write it down. Put it in your notebook. If you have an issue with what I am saying, that she is saying as a fact, it's documented. The news put it out. They even added the Sarah Ann Wondra TikTok account, not the Sarah God's Girl, not the Wandra's Lube LLC, not the Sarah Ramsey account. That's poof, not even in existence anymore. And I won't put it out here because I'm sure it'll come out in pretrial or prelim. Like, are y'all kidding me? I will save the evidence for the lawyers to take care of. I am not a lawyer, okay? I'm just some asshole in Texas. Who cares about this case? Really cares. Can I do it one more time? I know it's annoying. One more time.
Pretty much broke every 10 commandment besides physical murder. You know, but Jesus said in Matthew, if you hate your brother or you hate someone in your heart,
If you hate your brother or you hate someone in your heart,
you've murdered them. So,
you've murdered them. So technically,
I mean, technically by what Jesus said,
by what Jesus said,
yeah, I guess I've committed all of them.
I guess I've committed all of them. Now let's soak in that and go to the probable cause affidavit. Let's see what
Though the PCA lists
Miss Ma'am said, Miss Kelleher said. Just one more time, just to let it really soak in that cranium of y'all's, okay? You really gotta burn this into your brain that this happened. It's important. This is the probable cause affidavit. It has to be accurate to the best of your knowledge, right? That's how the law works. That's how the policy reads. The procedure. So, where is it? Do. God, this thing is so all over the place. It does not make any sense. There's no rhyme or reason. Drives me bananas because I'm already all over the place. Okay. There we go. Phew. Sarah made testimony statements regarding her involvement in criminal behaviors and stated that she had broken all 10 of the 10 commandments. Oh my God. All 10, that means murder. Oh my God. Well, that's not what she said. You missed something, right? Thou shalt not kill is one of the 10 commandments, it should be noted. Sarah also alleged in her videos that it did not matter what sin she had committed because God had forgiven her for all of them. Where's the part, Juanita, where she said, except for, thou shalt not kill? You lied. You're a liar. And it will be exposed. All right. Clear as mud? Any questions? About the 10 commandments, perhaps? Or was I not clear enough? Okay, back to these documents. So here are a slew of documents on the 25th of June that were filed. We just went over the criminal complaint, the probable cause. Obviously, we've gone over that many other times. Now, what about this motion to disqualify without cause? What is that? What the hell are you talking about? Well, again, on June 11th, the day that the criminal complaint was issued. Okay. All of these things were rapid fired on the same day. This is important because you're thinking to yourself, where's the defendant? Where's the defendant? Where is the defendant's attorney? Does he even know that this is happening? And how can you do all of these motions, without the other person even acknowledging anything's going on? They can legally do this. This is absolutely normal procedure and it's allowed. Absolutely allowed. So if you're, let's say, finishing a sentence in another state, perhaps, and you're ping-ponging around different facilities because that's how the Bureau of Prisons likes to handle their business. If you are in the unfortunate position of moving every other week or, a month, and the prosecutor goes, I don't know where he is. We can't serve him these papers. What do we do? Especially since we have a very, very urgent situation where a crucial victim and witness could pass from an illness. So we must do something. Well, what had happened is that to get ahead of the game and not break any rules, it seems to be that a attorney in one's place who cannot be reached out to because they don't know where exactly he is yet, it's not updated in the BOP system, the Bureau of Prisons, they can assign you representation without you even freaking knowing you needed it or that it's going on at the time. You could be completely unaware and it's legal because they can get away with it. So why this motion to disqualify without a cause from the prosecutor, Mike Duke? Well, basically the rules in Idaho, from my understanding, by the way, I am not a legal professional. I'm pretty much talking out of my ass, so just take it with a grain of salt, but I have done my research. You should definitely seek your own research or ask for the appropriate advice elsewhere from an actual attorney. But I'm just going to go ahead and explain to you how I see it. When I looked it up, this motion to disqualify without cause is kind of a prosecutor's way to get ahead of who they really want as a judge during the next round, meaning preliminary hearing and trial. All right? It's you get one disqualification of a judge without cause on the magistrate side and the district side. And that's what Mike Duke decided to do. He wanted to get his indictment or his charges taken care of by Jackson, Magistrate Jackson, and the probable cause by Stucklick. And then once he was done with them, poof, be gone. And there could be other reasons for that. Again, I'm not an attorney. But that is the usual for Idaho, for prosecutors. They get ahead of the game, which they are allowed to do, and they can do it one time, from my understanding. So here is the other one that is ordered on the 17th, only 6 days later. And Stacey's just out there beat bopping around these prisons, not knowing anything about anything. He's living in Doodah land. None the wiser. None the wiser. Okay. All at the same time, while he's living in Doodah land, I'm reminding everyone, by the way, that he had no idea about this damn detainer because he hadn't been set up in a place long enough to get one, to learn about these charges are in the works. He had no idea. Allegedly. That's what he told me. And I believe him. Why not? Why would you lie about that? So while he is unaware, allegedly, Mike Duke is throwing them subpoenas. Boom, boom, boom. I want to know what everything was said about at this facility that we do know you were at in Phoenix, FCI Phoenix, from this date to this date. They are nosy, as they should, because that's what prosecutors do. They want to know who you be talking to, especially if they have just a little bit of things, right? Oh, sorry. They want your communications. Be careful what you say on a recorded line. And that includes me too. They gonna get your communications. We've all heard the vivacious and lucrative jail calls between that one guy with the tattoos on his face. I can't remember his name. But the one that was a horrendous murderer. Murdered women. And a drug user. That one. Yeah, he had like all these girls just pining over him in prison and calling him and saying all sorts of wild stuff. Yeah. Of course they want to know what you're saying. They want to know if you're going to slip up and say something or contradict yourself. They will use it against you. So that's what they were doing. They were trying to get the communications between everybody. Everybody. And that wasn't the only time. They also got a warrant from every single facility he was at, yet having a very hard time serving him the detainer information. But knowing where he was and subpoenaing every time he moved. Interesting, isn't it? How did you know? How did you know where he was so fast but could not serve that detainer? Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Maybe I am very hard to follow because I have so many questions by the end of this whole every live I do, that I get blamed for being confusing. No, it's because you're being lied to out there, guys. You're being lied to. So obviously lied to. So here's the other one where he was at FCC Tucson from June 10th through the present date, because they were like, I don't know. So remember, June 10th at FCC Tucson, when were the charges created? The complaint entered into the court the next day, June 11th. And where was Sir Stacey Wondra? Ping-ponging around to the next facility. Damn the luck. Just as they were getting that complaint in, he had to go beat bop over to somewhere else. What are the chances? That is eerie, right? How could you be so unfortunate? Or not? Because easy enough, you could just get this amended subpoena for Tucson, which will not pull up. I can't get it. I'm going to have to give them a little callsy tomorrow to get the corrected link, because it's not working right now. Okay. But it is amended. That Tucson one. Like, oh, we did know. You'll see. The next live I'll have to cover it. But damn it, it's just not working right now. This is what it says. Just to prove it, it ain't working. So the order to disqualify without cause, the district judge says, okay, you got it, bud. I agree. So who's going to be the district judge that's going to be over the, future proceedings? That is a great question. Now we know why. Now we know why there was a Canyon County judge proceeding over yesterday's hearing, the arraignment. Now we know why, right? So let's pull this other one up here just to prove to you that they wanted to know what Stacey Wondra was talking about and to whom during his beat bopping around these prisons. It's standard. I'm not trying to make it seem like it's nefarious. What I am saying is that they knew where he was, except for, damn it, when that detainer needed to come out. Or that warrant for the detainer. Damn. The luck. They just did not know exactly where he was going to be. FCI Mendota and or FCI Victorville from March 27th through June 14th. Please include copy of any phone calls, video chats, text messages, and any other form of communication that is preserved by the facility. That information to include the name of the account holder, disciplinary notes, records kept regarding the individual, including but not limited to medical behavior and medication records. God dang, you really want to know everything. Why do you want to know everything like that? Because they can. Information regarding whether said account was closed, and if so, what the date the account was closed. I wonder, Lynn, how many of those were you? Hope, how many of those were you? Oh boy, Lynn has got some explaining to do. Lynn is a mole. She does the whole, I'm your friend Stacey, and then reports back to the group everything she knows and says. She also lied about Sarah Wondra going to the police to confess everything. And it was a lie. So, oof. That's terrible. Lynn, you're a disgusting human being. Tisk, tisk. Tisk, tisk. God is judging you for what you've done. All right. Also, all of the phone recordings from FCI Phoenix from July 17th to October 30th before he was transferred to Maricopa County for the extradition stuff was also requested. So there you go. Everybody's stuff is going to be reviewed. Every single call, every single message. And I'm cool with that. I have nothing to hide. I cannot wait. I cannot wait. So here is the next part. There are a few documents that are really unnecessarily boring. It's Stacey going back and forth, asking for a writ of habeas corpus, intervening, basically saying, prove to me what you have that you're saying to come and take me away for. What charges do you speak of, Mike Duke? Because he wasn't served with any papers. Because he was, again, beat bopping around multiple facilities, as they do, to try to find out where he's going to stay for the rest of his sentence. It happens all the time. So, here's the notice given. Brian Lee is going to be the one proceeding in the status conference and preliminary hearing because Jackson was disqualified without cause. He's gone. And again, the reason why I assume is because Brian Lee is going to be more favorable for Mike. Mike Duke gets to get that advantage. He might rule in his favor more. There's a chance. There's a big, great chance. Potentially, allegedly. Okay? And this one's crucial. This one is crucial. And then we're going to wrap it up soon. Because I said that we were only going to go over the documents. I have stayed the course except for the Sarah Wondra tangent. I'm doing so much better than I usually do. Thank you for still being here. All right. This is the order governing the courthouse conduct. Oh boy. If they had it their way over there, Eve, burn in hell first of all, and secondly, don't you step foot in this courtroom, even though you've paid taxes in this county, and you have respected family members there. Bugger off. That's how they would want it. The court is mindful of the need to balance the defendant's constitutional right in a fair hearing. 2. The public's right to information in conjunction with the constitutional and statutory rights of the media to attend court proceedings. That includes people like me. And the court's interest in maintaining order in an environment which permits all participants to focus on their responsibilities without undue distractions. No tweezel sweatshirts out there. No. Can't do that. That's a distraction. And the court's interest in safety of the public and court personnel, and the need to follow all Idaho Supreme Court orders and 3rd Judicial District admin orders. Okay, I will read my text message. Sorry. Oh no. Poor baby. Hold on, guys. I'm sorry. I think I've got a sick one. A sick baby. Poor thing. All right. Thank you, Miss Rebug. Thank you. The stomach bug is going around right now. We just got over a head cold flu thing, and now it's the stomach. But this is how it is when you have multiple kids and they go to school, and the weather is crappy. All right. So that makes me sad, though. All right. The court's interest in the safety of the public and court personnel and the need to follow all Idaho Supreme Court orders and the 3rd Judicial District admin orders. With these factors in mind and pursuant to these fucking rules, the court order as follows, and excuse my language. Courtroom seating and attendance. Okay, everybody. Drum roll. This might be how you know if you're in or not. If you have been invited or not. If you qualify. Seating for the victim's family, defendant's family, counsel, and other court personnel. Oh. What does that entail? Certain seating may be reserved for counsel, authorized court personnel, the victim's family, of course, and the defendant's family, of course. Such reservations shall be designated and managed by the trial court administrator and or court marshals. Now, Wanda, I heard that you said you took care of this already. Who shall I be reached out to? Is it the court administrator or the court marshals? Which one? Is it him, that one? Or is it that one? I'll wait the call. We'll see what happens. I'll be waiting. Pooled media. So Miss Tuttle already got her spot. I do know that. Lisa Tuttle, I believe her name is. The representatives of the media serving as a pooled camera staff shall be seated in an area approved by the court. So we shall see who else gets a spot. Seating in the front of the bar, no person other than the court personnel, authorized court personnel, the defendant, the counsel, and their staff shall be permitted to sit in front of the bar of the courtroom. Of course. Entry and exit during court proceedings. I'm sure Laura Mathias will be there. I would love to meet her. Love it. I would love it. No entry or re-entry to the courtroom shall be permitted while court is in session. Oh, that's it? All right, so the defendant's family gets the seat. Of course, the victim's family gets the seat. And then you also have the pooling of the media and the counsel and other court personnel. That's pretty legit, pretty straightforward. Security screening, cell phones. Here's the restrictions. It's pretty straightforward. Disruptive behavior. Any activity or behavior which is considered disruptive by the court will result in removal from the courtroom. Any spectator who creates a visual or auditory disturbance of the court proceedings will be removed from the courtroom. Zip it up. Don't you be hating on people. You will be kicked out. Removed. Media coverage, I think it's pretty self-explanatory. We can go through the nitty-gritty on another live. Media inquiries. Reach out to Nate Papino, which I already have, and then Benita Miller for any information that you need on these matters. They can revoke this at any time. Security, courthouse area security, disruptive behavior. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty straightforward. Thank you, Brian Lee. Just know that you cannot be a menace to society. LaWanda, looking at you. All right. Thank God for the notification of rights. You have the absolute right to remain silent. Sign your initials here if you understand me, or judge. And he did. Stacey Wondra. Very textbook stuff. Ironically, the court minutes does not work. Every time I request the court minutes, I don't get them. Here's the waiver of extradition. I, Stacey James Wondra, do hereby and voluntarily state that I am the identical person against whom criminal proceedings exist. Body. This agreement and waiver is made by me without reference of my guilt or innocence. Oh, we haven't established that yet. That's what the trial's for, people, and shall not be considered in any manner as prejudicing my case. I further exonerate and hold blameless in this matter in the state of Idaho. He's simply waiving his right for extradition. That's it. Pretty straightforward. That's it. Honest to God, that is it. Oh, and here, one last one. I'm sorry. And then we'll go. This is just saying that here's his charges, and bail is 1 million smackaroos, as I've been saying. Got it. Clear as mud. And that's all I have for today. I think that I've made my point very clear. I wish that this would be shared a million bazillion times, because I know that it's important that at least that small section of the probable cause has been proven without a doubt to be, in my opinion, negligently false. I have just shown you all, using the Idaho 6 news clipping. Okay, very simple. I used their clipping of Sarah's TikTok proving that in the probable cause affidavit, that section was very misleading about the 10th commandment of thou shalt not kill and what was allegedly said by Sarah. Clear as mud. Cannot wait to make a very short, simple video for everyone else. But thank you so much for being here and witnessing that beautiful example of how a probable cause affidavit is literally the lowest standard possible to get a charging complaint filed in Idaho. And I think I've proven that, right? I'm going to finally check him in chat and then get out of here. I'm asking because she sure has inserted herself in every angle of this case. Oh, yeah. If we're talking about LaWanda, I could give a shit. Karma will bite hard. This will not be what you think. Please believe me. Please believe me. I haven't misguided you guys as much as they have told you I have. I have not. The ones that are the real deal, the ones that know me, I have not misled you. They hate me because they can't prove me wrong, right? I really, really would be careful defaming people who are presumed innocent. Okay? Just be careful. That's all. I would really, really, really appreciate not seeing the flip-floppery in my chat. Like, if you're going to do the whole, I really want to understand more about this case, something doesn't seem right, and then you're in another chat saying, victory, I hope these scum burn, like Tobeans, for instance. Don't come in here acting like you're one way versus the other. We all see this case. We all see who's in it, who's not in it. Just be real. The faker you are, the easier it is to spot you. Okay, just be yourself over there. All right? Much love to you. Team Michael Vaughan all day, every day. The truth is the truth. And it's going to set it free. And it's going to get the right justice for Michael. You know, as I say, drink your water, love on your babies, love on yourself. Michael will get the right justice. As JD Huff says, one day the right people will be held accountable, and I believe it. I truly do. Much love. Bye, guys. See you on the next live. Ciao.
Did you make a move? I bet you did. I bet you did. You think you're slick, think you're cool, but you're a fool. You better listen to me. Listen to me. I have a feeling you don't wanna know what she'll do to you. Oh, she's always right. You think you got away with it. You think you got away with it. You think you got away with it.